All right, good evening and welcome back to our channel Prince's Seat. We thank the Lord for bringing us to the cool of the evening. Today, the 17th of October 2025. I've actually been engaged today, ranging from the V note I dropped in the morning concerning the Tinubu cash gift of 70,000 month-wise to the entrepreneurs or something of that nature. I had to actually swing into operation for some people. Some actually call it a scam, but I pulled through in it. I went to the bank, I made verifications, and it was true. Alice Fidelity was actually still engaging people. I was in the Fidelity Bank today. My wife was there, and I connected some other individuals that I also know, and I'm so glad that they pulled through equally. Though the crowd was so much, the first information we got was from the Keystone that they have stopped, but we had to proceed to Fidelity, and it was successful. So that being said, we also got a message from Pastor Donaldo Basio Corre, and he says, this is what he says: worry not, everywhere looks silent, but very full of successful disbursement activities. Believe the truth. There has never been a better time in the community than now. And we shall all see and enjoy the good news which shall happen suddenly. Remain calm, for the good news is truly unshakable. Okay, he's trying to reassure the community in God's divine timing, which also tells us that while we may not see all the details right now, great movements are actually happening behind the curtains, and unseen hands are working. God's favor is trying to work for us for the right moment. Having said that, we know that there comes a time in every great journey when it appears like silence speaks louder than words, especially when everything looks still and no one seems to have clear answers. I just want to believe that behind the scene that powerful things are happening. I want to encourage myself in the Lord that powerful things are happening quietly at the back end, and that this is just the moment and the season that we are right now. A lot of people have been wondering if this grant would ever come through. Frustrated, tired, some losing faith. But I think in moments like this, we must remind ourselves that the delay does not mean denial. God's work often grows in silence before it manifests in glory. And, I dropped a V note, I think, was it yesterday night, which I kept stressing concerning the cocoon, and which says that it's if the cocoon, if you break the cocoon, the butterfly will not fly. I tarried on that statement for quite a while, just because it meant a lot to me. If you try to help the butterfly by breaking its cocoon, the butterfly will not fly. But do you know that after that message was dropped, one of our fans writes on this platform, very insightful fan, I love you, Mr. Olusola Funkomaya. That's the name. He picked that statement up and actually did justice to that. You know what he did? He actually expressed the other side of the divide, which is a deep touching reflection that captures the current situation perfectly. And this is what it says. I'm going to tie everything up to our expectation. This is what it says. Mr. Prince sits, it is quite true that if you break the cocoon, the butterfly will not fly. But at the same time, if the cocoon stays too long in its stage, it dries up and would never complete the metamorphosis process. I don't know who caught that revelation. Is it kindly help us appeal to the people delaying this grant to have mercy on the masses, at least for this once, and allow the people to get this God-given blessing. Now, see, this analogy is powerful, I think, and full of wisdom. The butterfly cannot become what it was meant to be unless it passes through the process of transformation inside its cocoon. But see, that process has a time limit. That process has a time limit. If it stays trapped for too long, it can perish inside the cocoon. I hope you understand what I'm saying. That's what Mr. Olushola is trying to bring out there. It has an elastic limit. Don't break the cocoon, because butterfly wouldn't fly anymore. If you do that, you're trying to help the situation. It will hurt the butterfly. But if the butterfly too happens to be trapped in the cocoon for too long, it perishes inside. And this is how a lot of people now feel about the grant. The masses have waited for so long. They have prayed, they fasted, they have hoped on, they've believed on, and a lot of people are at the edge of losing faith. And that is why this moment requires both patience and mercy. The butterfly's struggle in the cocoon is not a punishment. It is rather the preparation that is needed for its wings to gain strength. And so I want to encourage us that likewise the waiting period that we are in right now, it's building in us maturity. It's building in us some spiritual capacity for what is about to be released on us. But as our brother rightly pointed out, even preparation has a window. It has a time tag. The purpose of patience is not to break people's spirit. Yeah. The purpose of waiting, endurance, is not to decapitulate people's strength or to break their trust. It is to ready them for divine fulfillment. So I want to appeal to those in charge. This is a straight-jacketed appeal right now to the management, the coordinators, the authorities, the stakeholders. This is heartfelt and clear. Please have mercy on the masses. Please. Whatever it is that is holding the disbursement at bay, have mercy on the masses. Many are tired. Many are holding on with their last strength. Families are waiting. Churches are praying. Mosques are praying. Communities are watching with hope, dedication. This is a destiny opportunity. A God-ordained divine blessing that is meant to uplift lives across the nation and beyond. Let us remember that mercy accelerates process. When God shows mercy, things that seem stuck, they begin to move again. So even though everything may seem a little bit quiet at the moment, mercy can make the unseen progress to manifest openly. Yes. So back to what Pastor Donald was saying, according to his statement, let's hope that everything is right. Let's hope that should be a verified update within the community. Community might be silent, but let's just hope that powerful progress should be ongoing behind the scene. The approvals, the finalizations, the hands-on, working night and day, the calmness that we see outside. Let it not mean that nothing is happening. Let it mean that everything is being carefully working to ensure, or aligning to ensure, that there is a lasting success. I know that there is a difference between a rushed blessing and a stable one. Quick blessing has a way it fades so easily, but those that come through process endures for generations. And let's take it that this is why Pastor Donald, the message is quite important. Said everywhere looks so silent, but very full of successful disbursement activities. I see God's wonders that's always been, often hidden until the appointed time. Just as the seed germinates on the ground long before the sprout appears above the soil, so also are the breakthroughs for this grant already in motion, though hidden from sight. But I want to believe it's in motion. And now more than ever before, our faith is required. The scripture says in Habakkuk chapters 2 verse 3, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarries," he said, "wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry." That means that God's process or promise can never fail. They may take time, but they will surely manifest at the right moment. So instead of you worrying, rather keep on believing. Just keep believing on. Instead of you doubting the process, keep praying on. Instead of you complaining, keep expecting on. Because the very moment we stop believing is often the moment before our breakthrough breaks. Alright? Yes. So let's believe that there has never been a better time in the community than now. Alright? And it will not be long before the news of success will spread for all of us. It has happened before, and the testimonies will fill in the air. The joy will replace the years of tears. The long silence will turn into songs of victory. And when that moment comes, let us not forget the lessons of this waiting season, to trust God's timing more than ever before and more than our impatience, to remember that waiting builds character, and to know that faith is not proven in comfort, but really in perseverance. So, thank you very much, Pastor Donald, for your message. We believe that the good news is truly unshakable, but the cocoon should not perish inside its cocoon. Please, to those who are delaying the process, remember the cry of the masses. Mercy is better than power. When you show mercy, you become part of God's story of transformation. And to those of us waiting, do not lose hope. The clouds are heavy with rain, and the rain must fall. So, and to everyone listening to the sound of my voice tonight, lift up your eyes to heaven and declare with faith, "Lord, I would wait, because I know my testimony is on the way." The silence is not empty. It is full of successful disbursement activities. So stay calm. The good news is unshakable. And very soon, suddenly, it's going to happen by God's special grace. Thank you very much. This is Princess It. We love you. And we are always for the masses. And the masses would always be for. and do have a nice night rest. God bless you. Good night.